Mr. PKD Nambiar is an entrepreneur and political analyst.
Mr. Batra, thank you so much for having me on the show. Let me tell you, use the term political economy. I think there can't be a better term to actually put it, because there is the economy and politics in a democracy like India is absolutely coexist, and they are merged together in a way. So if you really look at the data from the point of view of an economy, and if you collaborate that with the politics of today, because politics means the policies of the government, especially in the abnormal or the normal, whatever we say in today's context. So if the July data, if you really look at the energy consumptions are slowly becoming very normal. So it's only just about a 1 point lower than the earlier term. So that means the people are trying to get out of from the houses and getting back to the normal, of course, with a lot of restrictions. There is a consumer good production is really becoming a very, very good, it's seeing a very, very positive side. But in the meantime, you will also see the capital good production is very, very low. It is still not come up. So that means the consumer driven economy we are, the consumer goods are, and the progress in that side is happening, but whereas the infrastructure, that is basically the one which will give a lot of employment and etc., that is still not been happening. So the broadly, I would say that the government policies to touch upon every aspect of economy from the last 3-4 months has started really giving some kind of a push. As Preeti said, that we are launching, in fact, my company is launching about 5 brands during this lockdown. In fact, we have, at least in the coming 3 months, lined up for every month we are launching a 1 brand, a 2nd brand, and a 3rd brand in the similar fashion. So overall, the economy is progressing, and a lot of credit for that goes to the political class and the government in power today. Because unless and until that positivism is shown, because especially I always say in most of the discussions that our economy is an emotional economy. It is not like a economy like in the Western world wherein only the fact and figures works, or but in our kind of an economy, the emotions works a lot. And giving every kind of an emotion-driven economy a time-to-time boost and giving positive sentiments is really working very well on the ground. But as always, everybody says that the kind of situation which we have been going through so far and we will be going through in the times to come is going to be a challenge. Another one more positive data which I could feel in the month of July is the unemployment rate as compared to the before the quarter of like from April, May, June. In the July, if you really look at the data, it is come down very, very much better. I mean, the ratio is come down quite drastically and it's going up. And steel consumption is going up. The cement consumption is going up. So that means broadly, we as an economy is coming back. But when will it come to the normal? This is something no economists or no politicians can predict as on today. But we feel that, I personally feel that the government and the industry put together, that means the policy and the hard work of the people on the ground, that is like people like you and me, or the people in the MSME sector to the large corporates comes together, then there will be a huge change which will take place. Remember that we are a large consumer base of the world. So I think there is no. But even while saying so, there is one thing I feel that we need to work on very, very majorly. In fact, I think Preeti also mentioned about that why we, even being a largest economy, largest consumer base, we have not been able to get that kind of an investor sentiment from the global money is not coming to us as compared to the other people. I don't want to name anybody, but that is a big challenge which we need to discuss.
Okay.
If that also been taken care, I think we are almost there. We will come back, and I think the government, and especially we have a leader like Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who is coming and talking to you at a crisis every day. You can see the leader every day in front of you, who is coming and talking to every Indian. So I think, and he also understands the basics of the people, the basic needs of the people, the pulse of the people. Pulse of the people, if a leader knows the pulse of the people, means he knows the pulse of the economy. We are almost there, but yes, It's a road which we all have to go through little. It's going to be a little more tougher one, but we will sail through, I guess.
Okay.
See, I must start with, while congratulating the success of Chingari. Whenever somebody, I started my startup during the dot-com real boom when in 2000, and which was starting with the dot-com actually, and which was supposed to be a success of that time. But whenever now, maybe after 16, I mean, almost 18, 20 years being in the business, one thing which really scares me, because being a marketing strategist, I have created more than about 150 brands which are pretty successful. Which scares me is the word boom. The moment I hear a word boom, I know that it's going to collapse. And let me tell you, Rishabh, a lot of startup people who comes to me, I mean, I used to say once upon a time that I'm a startup specialist. I stopped saying that, the word startup specialist. The reason being, most of the startups coming up with new ideas are not really new. They are not really the need of, even if some of them are really a need of today, it is not a sustainable business model for the future. So people have, so this is something which because it's a wonderful panel and I wanted to really put it across that let's not carry away and let's not spread the message that one of the success is not really the success. And especially in an economy like India, which is a large country, the failures are so big.
Yeah,
so when we, especially with the education sector, I wanted to tell you that I have created an education portal for a US client of mine about 13 years ago. And that time when I put up a video, it was having a content of 900 hours of video. I'm talking about 13 years back. You will be surprised if you open up that video there, and I have to go and get a copy of mine to that to happen here in India. So I think the technology should be used from the point of view for purpose. Otherwise, the moment it becomes just for the purpose of using it
so for future technology, think about it. And if you already know,
I wanted to tell you,
if you already know, Mr. Nambiar, I'll invest my 100 rupees.
Because we will be, Rishabh, actually these techs are not really becoming a part of a core economy. Till the time they are not becoming a part of a core economy, I
think it's happening right now. I think with an example of a Chingari or a Dream 11 where we began the conversation.
Enabler. See, I have since, as I said, most of the people who are in this panel are more talking about the tech and this thing. My issue with the larger perspective, being a tech person myself. Tech is now becoming just a trend. And that really worries me as a businessman because a trend always keeps changing. Tech should be an enabler rather than just a trend. So the moment we all start using tech just from with all due respect to all the other panelists, the 1 billion hits will go off in seconds. In the same speed which is gone up, it will also come down. So unless and until the technology used as an enabler to improve the quality of people's life. The tech is created and meant for, as a technology, as an technology architect once upon a time myself, unless and until we create technologies, think as a technologist, from the point of view of enabling people's life better.
I'm all for, what is it?
What is happening today?
Yeah.
Rishabh, 1 minute. Rishabh, 1 minute. What is happening today is the worrisome is that technology is becoming like a trend, which is like a fashion, which will come and it goes. So one of the very major interview of Mukesh Ambani, he said, I simply love that idea that the average life of enterprises are coming down not more than 5 years.
Good point.
Whereas the average life of companies used to be 30 to 35 years.
That's a good point.
So unless and
says the experienced survivor of the dot-com bubble, advising the young tech entrepreneurs.
Years of an average life, if the businesses do not have it, I must tell you, these companies are not going to.
Guys, start investing in the.
It is rather doing wrong to the economy than doing good.
I think
every one flop. Remember what happened Enron, the power sector in the US.
No, as an Indian, I don't want to remember Enron. We know what happened here also, sir. But maybe guys, what Mr. Nambiar is saying is that hydroponics and aquaponics is the future. Okay, it's tech-enabled agriculture. Go for it.
With the kind of leadership in place and with the kind of positivities coming out day in day out, I think I have no reason to believe that we are not going to be. And the July data for me, the economic data is really a booster. Of course, there are challenges which we will come through. And as I said, we are an emotional economy than a typical factual economy or a hardcore Western economy. We will immediately come back. And we have the large consumer base. If they come out one day, then I think the turning around time will be faster than anybody else. Any other economy, we will be coming out much faster than anybody else.
Okay.